See the sights. Sights! Sightseeing! Who are these fellows? He actually nods to Arlen.
He acknowledged Sophidius.
They're my gladiators. Gladiators, huh?
Arlen nods or bows almost. Both.
Kind of bowing in your chair.
He nods while bowing.
Yep. We've got a different sort of gladiatorial games out here to give honor to the people that once held this forest before we did. Archery. Some of the best archers. Yes, we have heard. Yes, but you have not seen. If this is your first time to Vyedd, it is. Says Radamer. Now, what were you saying about elven magic?
I did not mean to intrude. I am Edwald. I was overheard your workers worrying about breaking the glass. I thought that a place with the elvish secret would use glass steel for such a thing. That way you could go back to Trostone.
Glass steel. Interesting.
It is like steel, but you can see through it like glass.
How does one make glass steel?
No.
I got 30, so I might know a little bit about it. But...
Yeah. Give me a second. Marty is. It's a special material. Let's let the.
I think you go to the elf forest and kill all the elf and wait for the glass steel to fall out with a little thing above it. You click on.
You must find it in an area called Skyrim.
Kill all the elf, then you smash the barrels, and that's where you find them.
It will be a little brick.
It's expensive. You know that there's an alchemical or transmutation process to create it.
An alchemist can make it, or sometimes a transmuter. It's kind of pricey, but if you're going to build a big thing out of glass, it will be much more sturdy.
It's about 500 gold pieces per pound.
Hey, you look like, you look like you like nice thing.
What's the density of it? Is the density of it of glass or of steel? Yeah, you got problems.
Hardness 10 and 30 hit points per inch of thickness.
It's better than steel. In terms of... Oh, dude.
You can make weapons and armor out of it.
Armor?
Pants.
Yep.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'll have to inquire about this. Give me a moment. He wanders over, and you could hear him chatting with Lieutenant Lux. The specialist comes over. Do you know how to create glass steel? Unfortunately, I do not, Commander. My magics are more fitting for combat.
There's a guy in Vanderpool could probably pull it off.
Some nerd. Wizard.
Are you going to try your luck at our gladiatorial combat? Perhaps if they are up to it.
Arlen's like, you've seen me shoot. What are you thinking?
Is it some sort of duel or archery contest?
We need to know more.
Archery contest? Well, I suppose there are close range fights. Those are always very bloody. But no, normally we storm the castle.
Oh, Adam wants to storm the castle. It's like a paintball thing. Let's do this.
Didn't we storm a castle before, or a fort? You and I?
Yes, we did.
In actual paintball?
No, in airsoft.
Or airsoft? Yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
I remember that.
We,
Yeah.
we did that a couple
Sorry.
of times. Yes.
Yeah, that's a good time. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, good times.
It's a lot of fun. Most of the villagers turn out. You probably get pincushioned. Yeah, well, my crossbow's better than any of your bows. Fucking crossbow. she smiles at that.
What about their gun? Can you use gun in your version, or is it no gun in there?
There are no guns in gladiatorial fighting. But you'll find some of the best archers that are here. I'm sure they will use blunt arrows. She smiles.
Do you know who would have been really useful for this? Sam. With deflect arrows and an AC-30 for them to try to figure out that you can't hit him.
Yeah, that's very,
Oh.
very...
Yeah, okay.
Paint him up like a clown and have him go out there rodeo style.
So her conversation distracted. The commander wanders over. I hear that some of you have been asking about our secret rites.
That would be I.
Radamer's like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Secret who's a fudge?
That would be I.
Where did you hear that we reincarnate our kind?
I guessed.
He seems grumpy at that. Scowling at you.
Not
It's a
more
truthful
than
response if you ever heard one.
I could.
Yep.
I saw the skills and the abilities of your capable fighters, and I assumed that, well, with rangers you would be connected to druids, and if you do have any, I would much appreciate the reincarnation of a fallen comrade.
I'm sure there isn't a family or person in Vyedd that would like to bring a relative or dead pet or cow back to life. Maybe an old horse, as good as new.
And Arlen now understands where the specialist comes from. Could he be a reincarnated human?
Reincarnate so piteous. And he starts petting your chair.
Arlen's nodding because he expected this would happen.
We're here to actually receive some training, as well as to perhaps participate in your games. Trust me when I say we are not here to steal secrets. He's turning around towards Arlen as he's saying this.
Asking. Stealing. Asking.
Very well. We will keep an eye on you, Necromancer, and your big beast will be kept outside the city where you entered.
Fine, Mortenzi will go. He starts walking away.
Not you, you twit, says Roger. He's talking about the big land shark thing, that it's all undead. The undead thing, right? Says Roger. The commander just nods. Very well. I will keep that in the cart outside of town. Who shall I speak to about arrangements for fighting? At this point, the commander is walking away. He's not the guy to range fights. Maybe you guys want to. We're headed to an inn. You can follow us. They've got a good soup, a good barley soup, and some really excellent dark ales.
Some ale and some soup. Maybe a warm water for the feet.
Oh, Marty, Arlen still has, like, he keeps putting the light on the gem.
On the gem in your forehead? Okay.
When bored, cast light on forehead. You have a gem in your forehead?
It's not a gem, it's a scale.
Okay.
Come on now. My flowers are going to need this place. How much longer do I have to wait? The commander is barking at the...
do you get the storm here?
Yeah,
quietly?
it rains pretty fiercely.
What about the summer one where the ice fall from sky?
Commander's a bit of a florist. No, there's a different term for it.
Very rude.
A botanist?
Yeah, he makes. He breeds flowers, is what Lux says. Some of them are actually quite rare, as I understand it.
To each their own?
Commander's prerogative, I suppose.
Arlen. Lieutenant Lux, which castle and where is the fighting grounds?
All right, we'll make some inquiries at the tavern. I need a good tavern name, a good wholesome tavern name.
Wholesome?
Yeah.
The Barley Beer Inn.
Burly beards.
No, actually, there was a pub that I went to in Ottawa called the Barley Mow. So let's do honor to the Barley Mow.
Okay.
The Barley Mow. It's better than Honest Lawyer. Just give me a bad allergic reaction to something.
Okay. So you and your caravan find yourselves at the Barley Mow. Radamer begins to he pays for your rooms. Word spreads that there is a whole caravan of gladiators that are in town, and there are people that do approach the group of you, asking about your great skills and feats. Some of them do recognize that you are wearing tattoos that you got from the dragon people.
Yep.
Like, you do have marks of not only being a gladiator, but
Accomplished.
Did stuff.
yes.
Hey, don't worry, it is true, lady. I am awesome.
You spend several days at the tavern while Radamer makes some arrangements for you. Did some of you need to train to level?
Good
I
question.
think so. Yeah. What's his name? Somebody leveled. Somebody freaking leveled.
Yeah.
Fifth.
I leveled to 4th.
Okay.
Nice.
Who are the people
you know,
that didn't level?
Arlen is very close.
Okay, so Arlen didn't level, so you get one training activity. So you get a boost in an ability point or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ugg leveled, so he's now 5th. Edward did not level, so he gets a training activity. Although I think his ability scores are high enough that he's fine.
Edward
has 84 to 84.
Cool. He gives it to Arlen. Arlen gets 2 points.
No.
Doesn't work that way.
Damn it! Oh.
Roger leveled. He's now level 5. And kick ass. Barrack Tarn leveled. He's now level 4. Undwin has not leveled yet, and Mortenzi leveled. He's now level 4. Now let's go and have a look at Adam's new character, who's in the sandbox, you said?
He is in the Gladiator Generation tab.
Okay.
Number 19, Wilbur Widget Whittlewick.
Widget?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Alright, I'm going to move him into characters. Beep. Now let's create a token for Widget. Yeah, I don't think villain points, just going back to what I saw your comment there, Nemi, I don't think villain points can force a player to act a certain way. I don't think that's...
You just have to... when story
Just-
point is convenient,
Just give us time. We're screw up on our own.
you just give it a little push when things have gone sideways.
Okay, I'm just going to call it Widget, because it's a cool name.
That's started from there.
Widget.
Now, I want to use a gnome ripsaw glaive as a weapon.
Fuck is a gnome ripsaw
That
glaive?
sounds
Because
terrifying.
it's
Craig.
fucking awesome, is what it is.
Whatever it is, do it, baby.
You use a move action to pull a thingy that makes it sort of move like a chainsaw, and it does an extra 2 damage for a number of rounds equal to your strength modifier. And it's basically a glaive. So,
It's a chainsaw glaive.
it's a chainsaw glaive.
Sure.
Alright.
It seems flashy. All right, so what is Wilbur's story here? Why is he in the forest Duchy of Vyedd?
He is a weaponsmith as a trait, also fighter illusionist. He's ostracized. He's a nomad who's been ostracized from his holy family. I'm not 100% certain of why he would be here, because originally he was going to be in the puddle going like, this dragon's crazy, let me out of here, man.
Right.
This is just a bunch of bullshit, man.
Why are you hanging out with a bunch of ranger types in this nice little backwater kingdom?
Well, is he there by his own free will?
Well, if he's a gladiator, then probably no. Is
Right.
he a slave gladiator, or is he an indentured servant gladiator, or did he choose to become a gladiator to pay for debts?
Let's go with the third one.
Okay, so he did it as a way to earn money,
Yeah.
because being a wizard is
Difficult enough.
yeah,
It's
it's
expensive.
probably pretty expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got what level are you? Fourth?
Fourth.
All right. So give yourself a resistance item. You can make your gnome ripsaw glaive a +1 if you want. You can have a... What kind of armor do you have?
He's a
Wizard.
wizard. So,
Okay, a
Right
ring,
now
of,
he's
a ring
got-
of protection +1.
okay, so
And then maybe 1,000 gold pieces worth of spell components or inks, which you could convert into spells if you wanted.
cat 1,000 GP spells. And then for the I was kind of on the wall for familiar versus item.
Yep.
The old standby is go to item because it's just easier. Although you could do something interesting with a familiar. Although I do have a familiar with the other characters, so I'll probably just go with an item for this.
Okay, what is your item?
That's a good question. Making it the weapon is always funny because it's so stupid. Don't do that. He's probably going to end up taking. It'll likely be a ring. Here, sorry, one second. Let's see the list. Just I don't remember what the list is of bonded items. A bonded object can be.
Okay, we'll call your background nomadic wizard.
Okay.
I'll give you arcane strike as your background feat, and then
Yeah.
arcane temper as your +1 trait bonus to initiative and to concentration checks.
Amulet, ring, staff, wand, or weapon. Yeah, ring.
And then I'm going to give you, because you're nomad, survival.
Cool.
which means you get to pick a feat at your fighter tree.
Bonded ring is the other ring.
And you had a funny voice prepared for him, didn't you?
Yeah, he's going to have kind of one of those trailing over. He's going to do things. Doesn't really emphasize what he's
What did
talking
he say?
So
It's going to be an entire caravan of don't bother listening to the gnomes. There's nothing coming out of it.
He's going to do that, man. It's kind of just this sort of thing where he's just going to, that's good. Mumble off into the
Right, you were going to give him basically
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson's voice.
It was a Mike Tyson voice. It was just Mike Tyson.
Okay, so you're from the Golden Hills, which are from the north. It's a land where there are a lot of halflings and gnomes, and you were ostracized from there because we'll say that there's currently a strong traditional halfling and gnomish gods that are there, and why did your family get angry at you?
I come from a family of paladins, and he got involved in like crime, but like sort of Italian street level enforcer kind of crime, not like
Some thuggery, some like
there's some thuggery. There's a little bit
graft.
of like a little bit of, but it's all the stuff that helps keep the society working kind of crime, not the I'm skinning people alive and wearing their faces kind of crime.
This is Wilbur?
This is Wilbur. Wilbur Widget Whitwick.
And how long is your contract to be a gladiator?
Let's roll a D3
D100.
for unit of measure. Years,
D100.
months, or years, decades. 2 times D3, 30 years.
That's
What year is this? 2.
Those mean I made good decisions.
All right. And then you heard it was easy gladiatorial work in the land of Vyedd, like illusions. You can trick arrows, mirror image and illusions, and so like, all right. Do you have a master?
That's a good question.
We'll say that you don't. That your master has recently died.
Okay.
You're being sold off as part of the estate.
His estate does own your contract. I need a good master for Master Silversheaf. Master Sempar Silversheaf. They were half elves. This half elf had an estate in Vyedd. He did own the contracts for some gladiators and slaves. The Silversheafs were not very popular in the upper echelons of like the nobility of the continent because they had elven blood in their ancestry, and every once in a while, one of their nobles would show signs of like pointed ears and otherworldly powers. Your master died heirless, and there's now a fight between his relatives over your contract as well as the estate itself.
Oh man, this is not what I wanted, man. This is not the man. Could have been better,
So you end up hearing that there is a caravan of gladiators, not just a gladiator. Like there's a caravan of them that have come to Vyedd. People are excited about this. Apparently, they fought like some dragon in like the land of dragons, far to the west, and they're on their way to the Imperial City.
Huh.
Let me get your token of widget. with his chainsaw glaive.
Yeah, I gotta look this thing up. Chainsaw glaive.
It's
What's it called?
The weapon?
Yeah.
It's called a ripsaw glaive. I need a good name for his ripsaw glaive because it's such a ridiculous. I saw this on the weapon list. I'm like, I want that one. It's ridiculous.
All right, as you hear, they are staying at the Barley Mow. The local gladiators are kind of like houses of like hunters that get together to storm the castle, or young people that want to prove that they're a better archer. Like this whole archery craze here is maybe not quite your style. You definitely prefer to defend the castle as opposed to siege the castle.
Yeah. We better.
You approach the Barley Mow, and you can see another gnome. This gnome is covered in muck, or perhaps horse shit, as he's talking to a small barnyard cat that seems to be paying attention to him. Just sitting there, looking up at Mortenzi.
You clean yourself, but you'll just get dirty again. Why go through this nonsense?
So what are you doing?
Yeah. Hello. He's looking at you like it's like a mirror. The mirror has come to me. You finally escaped your glass prison. Yes.
Midget takes a moment to consider. He pulls out a rolled cigarette,
Yep.
lights it up.
No, wait. This is a lie. This is a lie.
You all right there, fella? You all right?
No. I don't smoke. How can this be?
I will create an illusion because I'm an illusionist, and that's what illusionists do.
Okay.
I will color spray this crazy person and then walk away. No, I will cast a silent image,
Minor image, or whatever it's called.
minor image, and it will be an illusion of Motenzi, like effectively 3D Mia of him.
The spell functions like silent image, except the minor image includes some minor sounds, but not understandable speech.
It will go wah, 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 wah.
Oh, you also have silent image. Which one did you cast?
I cast the minor image because I don't
Okay.
prepare the silent image.
All right, Mortenzi, you see yourself.
There you are. Oh, you're free all over.
Did Mortenzi have a drink that was attended or unattended?
No,
Or the
he's
other?
outside in the street
Oh,
for some reason.
Okay.
Covered in muck, talking to a cat. The cat has now
Well.
wandered off.
all right.
It just goes wah 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 wah.
Yep.
Well, when you talk, it responds with wah, 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 and it's just like mirroring.
Okay. Yeah,
Widget will lean up against a post and just sort of observe for a while, enjoying the smoke.
Concentrating on the spell.
Brother, yes, we are free. Together we will conquer the world. That's what I just said. You don't have to repeat it every time.
Okay, switch it to being like taking turns.
No. I don't want anything to eat. Thank you. I've already eaten. I've eaten and I'm consuming its essence. And it's the wisdom of the peach. It's within me now. I will strain it through my soul. I will understand the pit very shortly.
Is anybody missing a crazy ass gnome over here? There's a crazy gnome over here. Is anybody missing him?
And they've told me frequently they never miss me. He
Flick
stops.
the cigarette.
He stops laughing for 2 seconds, goes completely stoic, and then just goes boop on your nose and goes running away.
Knowledge. Crazy person. Sense motive.
Sure.
28.
Mortenzi's a lunatic. Something not right up ahead. Like, he's not acting. I'm assuming he's not acting, Mark.
Yeah, he's
No, he's not acting.
Okay.
He's
just bad.
gone.
Alright, so you encounter Undwind, who's like, he's got this big flag in his hands. He was about to go outside. Looking up at Mortenzi. He's afraid of Mortenzi.
I can't understand why.
Excuse me. Tries to get around you to go outside. Do you let him by? Mark?
Shh, Unwin, underwear. Does Unwin wear underwear?
Sure. Please don't pull them over my head.
No, that's not where underwear goes. It goes under the pants, under the robes. Not on your head. That's a hat. Do you need a hat? I can get you a hat.
No, I've got a hat, thank you.
I've got a cat. Where's my cat? He can be your hat because it rhymes. Where is my cat at for Unwin's hat?
Mortenzi wanders around back outside. Unwin quickly goes the other way, and it's like along the veranda.
Kid,
Huh?
come over here. Come over here.
He's got
Come
this
on, where
big
you
flagon in his hands. What? He's looking at Mortenzi.
What's with the crazy one?
They normally keep him in a cage. I'm not too sure why they let him out. Maybe because he helped fight the undead on the way here. This beer is very good, is what he says.
Had better.
I don't think I should drink the whole thing, though, he says.
If you need a hand with it, I can always lend you one.
Are you a gnome?
Yeah?
You're not crazy like Mortenzi, are you?
I don't think anyone's crazy like Mortenzi is.
Oh, I was starting to think it was all gnomes.
Nah.
He takes
So,
a slurp. He takes a slurp from the. He hands the mug to you.
Slurp.
I'm Undwin, the understudy. I'm indentured to Master Radamer. He's a necromancer. He wants his gladiators trained, and wants to make them fight, I guess, here too. We've been fighting lots of stuff. The fields of valor were horrible. The undead will haunt my dreams. There were so many skeletons. They're crawling all over each other to get at us. I was never so scared. Well, I was scared a couple of times before, but never quite like that.
The bone is no problem. Just gotta use teamwork, right?
Well,
Teamwork.
Snowbeard was scary, but he's dead now. You can tell the boy is a little flushed. He might have had some beer. he's babbling
So
on.
this Radamer,
Master?
he's master. So is he a good master?
I guess so.
Fine, good.
He lets the gladiators He let all the gladiators that he likes out of the cage. Still don't know why Mortenzi's not in his cage. Look at him. He's mad. Mortenzi's trying to catch a cat that doesn't want to be touched.
Widget likes the fact that if Mortenzi's allowed to walk around, then this master gives a large amount of reign on what they can do, obviously.
He comes running up, scratches all over his face, holding a cat. I have your hat!
Unwin's like, I don't want a cat on my head. Thank you. Thank you.
No, it'll fit. Lean down.
Unwind is backing away.
Do not run away from destiny!
Help!
Hey,
He's like hiding behind Widget.
I just come on out. Just put the cat down.
No, the cat will not harm you.
What you doing? Put the cat down.
He lowers the cat.
There we go.
Going to eat. Listening.
This good little gnome.
Unwin summons his dog. The dog starts barking at the cat. The cat fucking squirming and trying to get away. Kind of one of those. It fucks off across the road. The puppy just sort of looks up at Unwin, and Unwin like conjured it. You can make a spellcraft check.
Sure. I can spellcraft.
Who's a good dog? Who's a good dog?
16. It's a
Sorbinius?
His name's not Zorbinius.
No, but he is a good dog.
Zorbinius is a dog?
Phineas is.
Sorbinius is all. Even the dogs.
Just don't mind Mortenzi. He goes on and on about Zorbinius. It's like the word that...
Sorbinius is the greatest. You
Oh,
should
it's
know
all he
for
talks
now.
about.
I understand. I understand the
If
church
Zorbinius
types.
is all,
I understand the church.
then Mortenzi can't help but speak of Zorbinius. Don't you understand?
Yes, we understand you like Zorbinius, Mortenzi.
No, not like. Am. And love.
Okay.
Therefore, Mortenzi is love.
We'll see.
Kisses!
Unwin has his dog intercept Mortenzi. The dog happily gets up on his fine legs. The dog has been ordered to be friendly, and it's like licking Mortenzi's face before it disappears. Unwin has, the master's inside.
All right. Nice talking to you, kid. We'll go inside.
Okay, you can see a group of rangers, imperial sorts, and you can see there are some tables where there are, oh god, there's this guy with a third arm, and you can see his third arm picking up like something off the table and putting it in his mouth while his other hands
Do I
on a
feel
flagon.
extra dodgy versus this man?
Oh, are you getting bonuses versus
Giant subtype.
no.
He is not ogre or.
Oh
Nope.
wait. Giant subtype? Ugh is a
Ogres or giants.
yes.
Just like-
He's humanoid giant goblinoid. Yes. You feel extra dodgy.
I
from
feel
his-
extra dodgy.
There's a halfling sitting at the table where Unwin is. You can see there's a beautiful veiled woman with this cross-looking man in dark robes. There's a big fat guy sitting beside a dragonborn. Dragonborn don't usually come this far west, as they're not really liked outside of Drakkar. There's a guy sitting in a wheeled chair. He's elven. He's missing his feet. Another mercenary type. He's got a crossbow slung around his back, and some nobles sitting with him. They're all eating and drinking and talking.
Yeah. really hard to decide.
Which
These
phrase to
aren't
stick
the
to?
masters.
No, there's a earthy there's an earthy look to them, and this guy is definitely a gladiator. He's got the tattoos.
This guy might be a master, but some of these other chuckleheads are not. We're kind of left with like a Radamer versus Edward. I will make a wisdom check. 12. I'll follow the kid, because that's my way into a conversation.
Okay. The kid's opening up a book.
Kind of book.
Looks like a spell book, maybe.
Cool.
Yes, the arrangements have been made. They are going to have something called a siege, a mock siege, in the coming days. It might be an interesting tournament that we could enter in a number of our gladiators. Yes. Perhaps we shall make some bets as well. Which one of our gladiators can fight with long-ranged weapons? Ah, yes. Long-range weapons are the specialty of the group around here, but it does mean that their specialty isn't close-up range. Maybe there are some ways for us to stymie their... Hello there, says Durham, as he realizes there's a little guy who's walked up to their table.
Yep. How you doing?
Fine. Is there some business you have with my master here? You notice that Durham's wearing a slave's tablet.
Ah. Wilbur. Wilbur Whittlewick. Friends call me Widget. Contract's currently up for grabs. You know, if you want, looking interested in kind of a wizard type, hit pretty good, those sorts of things.
You're a wizard.
Oh yeah.
Are you indentured or are you a slave?
Just debts. Significant debts. He's going to basically grab whatever drink was in front of Yoram and take a sip, put it back on the table.
What are the material components for an identify spell?
I get a 12 on my spellcraft, and I do not know the identify spell.
You should answer a healthy curiosity.
Yeah, normally identifying a spell being cast and knowing all about it is DC 15 plus spell level.
Right. Don't know that spell. I make them, bub. I don't figure out what they do.
Then what spells do you know?
Yeah, mostly illusions.
You notice that there's a little twitch to his lip? Trickery.
No. Leave the trickery to the enchanters. We do it the old-fashioned way. People choose to, walk into the pit. You choose to do it.
Have you ever fought these rangers, these locals?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know their tricks?
Do I know their tricks?
Yeah, they fucking good at hiding and taking cover and shooting you.
Yeah, they're a bunch of sneaky bastards to shoot you in the back.
And how do you... He looks at you. You don't carry a missile weapon. How do you fight them?
Turn invisible, wait for them to get somebody else, and whack them a good one.
They allow invisibility here.
Everybody's hiding anyway.
Yeah, it's like a giant paintball match. Like,
Like it's the whole place isn't set up for people to watch.
interesting.
It's not like them big open theater places where everybody's got the seats, bastards where they poke at you with through the holes and nothing.
What is your greatest spell?
Greatest is one of them words. I mean, for being second circle, that way. Most impactful, probably bull strength because it helps with the impact. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We're talking like actually useful, never go wrong with a good illusion. Never
Let
go
me
wrong.
see. You're talking to a guy whose opposed schools are illusion and enchantment.
Well, this guy's opposed schools are necromancy and enchantment.
Got it.
So at least we have one thing to bond over. Yeah, fucking channers. Yeah.
Fucking Chenner's bending our minds. Fuck them.
Fucking dominate this bitch.
Who is your master?
The late and great Silver Sheaf.
So you do not have a master.
Well, technically, there's a. I'm on the market, I suppose.
Who holds your contract?
Estate.
Yeah,
That's
there's
being chopped up?
like probably the sheriff is probably.
Yeah, it would be the town sheriff, I suppose. While the estate gets chopped up.
Do you speak halfling?
I've got gnome, common, halfling, elvish, and high common because there's two commons.
Radamer is a strange master in that he dropped into halfling to talk to his, to talk to Joram. He might be doing it so that go and inquire as to the value of this gnome's contract. Yes, master. He sends Joram off.
Widget will take the remainder of Yorm's drink.
You sit down at the table. All right, there's some mulled wine that he barely touched.
So,
The woman's
the,
looking at you. Give me a perception check.
all right. 19.
That does not pierce her disguise.
Yeah, should put a rank in perception, but I forgot.
Her disguise, if she takes a 1, is 27.
Okay, so when I eventually put a rank in, then she'll need to actually roll. But
Yep. Oh, she's a half elf.
Huh.
A comely one at that. 22 charisma. She's she's quiet. She's got a cup in front of her.
So the cat herder, he's one of yours, yeah?
Master, he's making reference to Mortenzi, who's out in the street hunting cats. He's killing cats. No, he's just trying to make people wear them like hats.
They rhyme,
Yes, if he is problem, we'll put him back in his cage. He's surprisingly fit. And his hammer has come in handy in various arenas.
Yeah.
Unwin, go and make sure Mortenzi is not getting into trouble. Okay, master. He goes running off to go look.
Yeah.
We're going to fight in several days. There's some sort of castle siege that I will enter my gladiators into. If you know their
assuming you're
tricks,
the attackers, yeah?
I'm not sure. Likely. There are several teams. My understanding is the group that holds the castle wins. I intend on winning.
Do they typically enforce like non-lethal rules in these?
Yeah. They use blunt arrows.
Do they use blunt swords?
No, but usually people submit when they get into.
Everybody goes like, "No, I'm done. I'm done."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well.
Some of the more tough rangers might actually duke it out, but
Yep, they submit. Yeah,
we will
well,
speak to your master if you know the terrain, if you know their tactics. Perhaps the best way for me to judge your value is to watch you fight. With whatever that is. He points at your weird glaive with the chainsaw thing on it.
It's a utility staff. Yeah.
Go
I
and
can also make these things.
Go and introduce yourself to the others.
All right. We'll hop down,
Okay.
hop up.
This big fucking ogre thing is grimacing at you. Sense motive.
24.
It's just his fucked up smile because of his teeth. He's smiling at you.
I know some guys if you need some work.
Work on what?
Well, collections? Donations? Long time back.
Huh? What do you want?
Name's Wilbur. Friends call me Widget. Holds out his hand.
He looks at your small hand. Oh no, he's touching you with his small hand. He must have been drinking because chuckles a bit.
You must be popular with the ladies.
He snorts at that.
And you're old, and you're slow. How you doing?
Good. You from here?
Yeah, well, from's relative to him. Been here for a while. You know.
I think we're supposed to fight some archers. Doesn't sound fun.
You need a hold of castles, what you need to do.
Radamer promised us some better gear. But I don't think we've got the money for it.
I think you're supposed to win. So, you any good at it?
Yeah. I wrestled a hydra. And a land shark.
20, and what a hydra is... 17...
You kinda know.
bone thing?
Yeah.
Oh. Know what a hydra is? How many heads it got?
Lots. Are you a gladiator?
When I need to be. It's only temporary.
These two are not gladiators. No, we drive the carts, says Druno.
He's old and he's slow. It's written on the faces.
He picks you up and brings you over to the other table.
Oh, there we go. Oh, grabby.
Like, effortlessly
Yep.
sits you down.
Thank you for the ride, good sir. How you boys doing?
We'll say Arlen's talking to somebody at the moment. Hello there.
Arlen's actually eating.
Okay. Arlen's off eating. I'm Edouard. This is Beraktarn, and this is Roger. Yeah. What do you want? Pint size.
Hey, look at this guy. He called me pint size. It's cute. Oh, you're cute. I like you. You're cute.
Is he hitting on me?
No, you're not my type. Not enough hair.
Beraktarn's just shaking his head slightly.
So, I'm gonna help you in the fight tomorrow. Most likely. And,
What are you
we're
gonna do?
Win.
What are you gonna do? You barely come up to the height of the table.
Yeah, but the most sensitive bits are below the table.
Hey, it does have you there, Roger. The table is good cover for your manhood. Fuck. That's how you're gonna win? You're just gonna not be a target while the rest of us are?
Yeah, that's part of it.
Fucking sounds stupid to me. This whole place is stupid.
Does he have a crossbow with him?
Yeah. It's just some shit he like crossbow.
It's like
Hey, Lucas.
a big game of tag.
Fucking they play tag here?
Pretty much, except with an arrow up your ass.
Tag with arrows. It doesn't sound so bad. It is bad if you get hit.
Maybe he likes it up his ass.
Hey, I told you. Fucking gnome. Roger leaves and goes over and sits with Arlen.
What's wrong with him?
It is just Roger. He gets his way when he drinks the whiskey. You
So,
should not imbibe as much as he does, says the Dragonborn. His body is his temple. Yeah, it's a pretty shitty temple, if you ask me, but he's good at aiming. I have never seen someone so good with the crossbow. He used to be a soldier, you know. He misses his guns.
Yeah, guns pretty decent weapons, have you? Pretty, a little expensive.
Do I smell spell components on you? Edward just nods to your belt.
Yeah. I suppose I'm supposed to be a new wizard.
A new wizard. We've got a few spellcasters in our group. Are you saying that you are traveling with us? Are you one of Radamer's new pets?
We'll see how it turns out. Kind of want to put some distance between myself and this place. I'm done. I've had too much of tag.
Who is he that penned the first book?
Bacab?
I am surprised you know that. I guess it's not a big surprise if you are a spellcaster. Come on, sit down, have another drink with us.
He'll pull out another smoke, and one to Edward.
Edward knows what tobacco is. He smokes. Edward is neutral good and worships Bacab. What is your alignment?
True neutral and worships Bacab.
Okay, alright. He seems to get along with the little Nomi spellcaster. Beraktarn doesn't seem to like the smoking or the over-imbibing and distances himself from the debauchery.
So, what's with the dragon?
He's a dragonborn. He gets up in the morning and does exercise, and then after he exercises some more.
That reminds me of some people I knew once.
He is a follower of a great gold dragon called Bahamut.
It also
We
reminds me
rescued.
of some people I knew one time.
We rescued